Hey, how are you guys? It's your main man Ben here. How are you today? So, we have a review today after unboxing our laptop that we got 2 weeks ago. The Acer Predator Helios 300. So after using for quite some time now, religiously at least 6 to 8 hours a day, I can give you a quick rundown on why I bought it, the intended use of this laptop, why I selected it versus the MacBook Pro, and what I like about it and what I do not. So, here we go. So, what I like about this laptop is it's very fast. It's not the fastest SSD hard drive in it, but the RAM from off to on state, you put your password, it's plenty fast. So you don't have to wait like forever given it's an SSD. So let's put in our password. That's it. It's turn on and it's very quick. So originally I intended to buy a MacBook Pro mainly focusing on editing videos, especially 4K files. So I was debating on MacBook Pro versus a Windows computer, and in price comparison, I really cannot justify getting a MacBook Pro just because it's like almost 25 to $3,000, so $2,500, $3,000. So versus this one, so I stumbled on this one in Amazon, checking out reviews, and I found out that this Helios 300 has almost top of the line specs. Runs in i7, which is almost the latest and one of the fastest in a laptop. Given this is not the most expensive gaming laptop that has the best processor, it packs a lot of punch. And boy, I tell you, when editing 4K files, from first minute down to the ninth minute, it runs it really fast. It handles it like a champ, and I don't feel any hiccups at all. So moving on, another thing I like about this laptop is the backlight. The backlight is not, you can just turn like the level up and down or control as far as what I tested it, but I'm not like a full-time gamer. But on occasions I can literally see it. I mean, I don't have to be like all blown out. I like that feature. The keyboard is like lifted on the laptop, as you can see. It's like floating, something like that. Now, what I don't like about this is that I'm just gonna tell you what I like and I don't like. The metal finish, it absorbs a lot of fingerprint. I mean, the moment I bought this and the first time I touch it, it does absorb a lot of print. So this is metal finish right here. The outer part is metal finish, but hey, it's still slick. I mean, the way it looks, it's slick. The way it feels, it's not cheap at all, and I appreciate that metal look. But that fingerprinting, man, I think what Acer can do on this one is not, the finish shouldn't be like glossy. If this was like a matte finish, I don't think it's gonna absorb that much fingerprint, or like a little bit of this, like on top in here there's like a rubbery part. If like a metal with like this texture would be the finish for this outside, and at least a little bit on the inside, it probably will be perfect. But that's just a little, cosmetic stuff. Another thing I like about this one is the form feature. For a gaming laptop, I'm gonna close it real quick. It's not that thick. If you can see, this is the 15.6 version, the screen. And there's a 17-inch version in this one, but I opted for the 15 just because of a little bit of 2-inch in weight. When we travel, it's gonna be a lot lesser. I mean, it's not much heavier versus the 15.6. But this is what I like about this. I mean, it's a gaming laptop, so you gotta expect a little bit more heavier. But this one is very thin, and also the battery is not like you can remove at all. So there's no accidentally moving the battery and turning it off. You will not experience that. You can only access it in here if you upgrade the RAM. One screw. Put in an extra hard drive, one screw. That's about it. I put in a Fire CUDA in here, 1 terabyte, and it's performing really well so far. So that's what a couple of things I like about this. Let's go to the cons. When playing, because I have put in and tested a couple of games in here, namely Battlefield, Bad Company, The Witcher, Dota 2. It does make a noise. Like the fan in here gets really noisy. It's really noisy. Just probably because it's running on i7 and the video card is the NVIDIA 1060. So it's built into the motherboard and it creates like a lot of heat, although it has a dual fan originally designed in here. And the vent, the real vent is just this part. This one is just like for display, but the vent is this wide, so it's really big. So it's like almost a couple of like big vents, but this is not real vent right here. It's just plastic covered. So I'll show you how noisy it is running peak. Like maybe first 15 or 20 minutes doing the gaming, you will hear it, and it's gonna be constantly like that because probably it's really warm. And at the second hour, you can a little bit feel up from here the warmth because the CPU and the GPU is located on the side. So I'll show you how much you can hear that. I'm using the Predator Sense. You can custom, there's a built-in app from Acer. You can customize the fan. You can use Cool Boost, just to max out the fan. There's like, you can do a lot of stuff in the fan, but this is how it sounded when it's running max capacity. So you have an idea how loud it is. So a little away from the fan. Currently right now the CPU is running at 6,000 revolution per minute and the GPU is the same. So that's how it sounded when it's maxed out. Just a little bit something the back of your, if you want to have a realistic outlook, if you're in the Starbucks or whatever you want, place that you pick, if you're gaming in it, you will definitely be noticed because it's not a silent type because it's mainly for gaming. But once again, for my intended use, for editing videos, I use Filmora. I have not had the fan running that loud because it's probably not using a lot of power. Also mainly because Filmora is not utilizing the NVIDIA video card. It doesn't support that because it's the latest NVIDIA for laptops. So the GPU relies on the Intel, which is in the motherboard built in when I'm editing videos. But it's really not a big deal to me as long as I don't, see the lagging or hanging up while editing the videos. So that would be one of the downside of it, and the other one is the backlight. So this is an IPS monitor. It's not the 4K monitor, although it has, for me, my preference is more than enough. I mean, I can appreciate where old laptops and the new ones comes in, but considering this is like 1,050, this is 1,050, the price of this laptop, I really can't complain about it. So I think where they cut corners on this build is the LCD part. I mean, the monitor, LED. This is the max lighting, like brightness, and if you're in a really bright like condition, like in this one, my studio, you can still see it like a lot, but I wouldn't be processing in this environment because it's very well lit, and I think it's gonna affect whatever you're doing on well, color correcting your videos. But that's just one of the downside as well. As far as that, I do not see any other problems with it. So mainly fingerprint, the loud noise, and the LCD. That's the main issues or the cons that I've seen so far for the 2 weeks that I've been using it. So as far as that, I'm pretty happy with this purchase, and I think I'm enjoying it a lot, and how much power and what it offers outweighs its, cons. So if you want this laptop, you can check it out. Definitely you'll take any game. I mean, light games, probably not a 3D one, but any massive multiplayer online games will take it. Any game you want, you put it in there. But the heavy graphics computer, it will take it. But I won't be surprised if it'll shut down at some point if it's really, really high demanding GPU game, especially. Maybe you probably getting that overheating real quick, but for casual gamers, you can do, like, I would say easy 8 to 10 hours straight in this thing, no problem at all. So my take on this one, out of 10 stars, I'll put it to 8.5. And if you ask me if I'll buy it again, definitely I'll buy it again. So check it out, guys. You can get it in Amazon right now for $10.49. It's almost Black Friday. It's November 23 right now, so I don't know if it's gonna go down from here, but I got this 2 weeks ago. So hey, that's it for today. Again, this is your main man Ben here. God is good all the time. Happy Thanksgiving all. Peace out.